Imagine if a guy like Usher, Smokey Robinson, some of the more famous people, Beyonce, they come to town. Do they have to call you up and say, hey, I'm probably going to need some security to get in, to get out, to land, to move around? And is that your responsibility too?
We coordinate with their security personnel. Their security is really up to them as private citizens, and they are pretty adept at getting in and out of these types of venues, and we will work with them. So we're not expecting any problems relative to getting any of the mourners who are attending this ceremony or any of the people who are coming in to provide well, I guess entertainment is the wrong term. This is a memorial service, and they're coming in to participate in that memorial service.
Yeah, some people would actually question whether or not it's a concert or a memorial service, but Chief, that's not your venue. I hate to keep coming back to the cost of things, but let's face facts here. California...
Unfortunately, I have to keep coming back to it.
I know, yeah, exactly, and that's why I'm coming back to it. Because let's face it, California may need a bailout from the entire nation. I'm not sure exactly how Los Angeles is doing financially, but has the Jackson family reached out to you at all, Chief, to say, hey, we'd like to make a personal donation from the gazillions of dollars in his estate to help pay for this?
No, I think their interest, understandably, is focused on this memorial service this morning. They have a private service at 8 o'clock our time, and the more public event is at 10 o'clock. As to the payment of this, that again, we're obligated to pay for it. It's occurring in the city of Los Angeles. We have a $500 million budget deficit that the city leadership is working to reduce. Again, there'll be efforts made to see if a number of the business interests, for example, might be willing to pitch in. But as of right now, we're expecting that this will come out of public coffers.
Chief, what about after Michael's buried, at Forest Lawn? Who's responsible for the cost of the security in securing that gravesite?
That's a private venue. Forest Lawn would be responsible for the security. As to what will actually happen with Mr. Jackson's remains, I've not heard anything specific to that. There's been a number of news reports relative to possible cremation. I just have no information relative to what the family has decided to do.
Now, Chief, by the way, you might be the most respected chief on the planet. What you did in New York set the stage for what we're experiencing now, and that is almost all lack of crime. People don't even walk against traffic anymore. Good job. But Chief,
just there over the weekend. It was a very enjoyable weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. But Chief, you said if the crowds come, we understand that the crowds are there, that people are lining up already. Are you still not believing that they're going to have this huge influx of people?
We'll have to wait and see. When we had the recent Lakers event, the crowds were there the night before. When I came in this morning around 3 o'clock my time, there was literally nobody here other than the media. I've been in this venue, the media venue, for the last hour or so I don't have a sense of what might be forming up there at the moment. But we're prepared for very large crowds. That's why I have so many people here. But if they don't materialize, that we will very quickly de-escalate the police presence here to try and keep that money cost down.
All right. Well, we certainly hope that you don't have any problems there today as we keep our eyes on Los Angeles. Chief, thank you so much for getting up early and sharing your thoughts with us this morning.
Okay, all the best.
Chief Bratton, not getting much sleep. Meanwhile, let me tell you what else is happening around the world. We begin with the Fox News Alert. London.